Welcome to Econometrics by Richard. I want to show you this data set I have, how I imported it into our database, into this work file in EViews. So what I will do, so that let's start a new work file so that you can cross check and see. So it's actually a quarterly data. So you go to your frequency, you click on quarterly. Start date, you click on 2014 Q1. End date, you click on 2024 Q4. And then the work file, let's say test underscore Richard Econometrics. Yeah, you click on OK. You click on OK. So it's going to bring this file for you. So there are ways you can be able to download your data set, but I will teach you a way that you have a way to import. You have also a way to copy and paste. But I'll teach you the one to copy and paste because I think you can be able to filter the data you don't want with the copy and paste. The other one, if you're importing, you can import. If they have some data sets that are still not full or they're unstructured, it will make you want to download it. To download those ones and it will give you like missing values NA in your data set. So your data cleansing, you can do that from your Excel, which is still uncompleted data. You can just get the particular data you want and put it on your reviews. So you click on pick. Then you go to empty group edit series. When you go to empty group edit series, you see your time series, the series are there for you. So what you do, you go on your Excel sheet. I think I've already copied it already. So you just click on let's leave this, let's try to omit it because we have the date already. Let's start from external reserve. You click on it down to data because I don't want data, I don't want near and real data set because they are incomplete. I'll stop at oil price and then I'll go down to the last variable. You see, it's actually then Control C and then I've copied it. So it's a very fast method. You see, I've copied the whole data set with their name, but you know, these names, external reserves like this, the name will not actually be captured in EViews because EViews has its way of coding because every econometrics tool have their particular way of coding. In MATLAB, they have their way of coding. In R, they have their way of coding. In Stata, they have their way of coding. In subsequent time in this my video, I'll start teaching. I'll keep on teaching and I'll get to Stata, get to R, and get to MATLAB. So now we are currently on EViews. So when you copy, then you go to the EViews, this empty group, and then you paste. You can click on paste as special, click OK. You see, it has pasted, but you have to correct those variables it didn't get when I was telling you about the code names and the rest. So you can see at the last variable, you can go to your Excel sheet to cross check. When you see the first variable is external reserve, you can give it a code that you understand from serial 01. You can say, okay, let's say external reserve, you can call it EXR. You save it, you say yes. And then serial 02, what does it say? What was net foreign assets? You can call it NFA. NFA. You save it and you click on yes. Then the next one is serial 03. It's exchange rate. You can call it EXC. EXC. Call it EXC. EXC. And you save it. Then the next one you have is serial for what is it in the Excel sheets after exchange rate is interbank core rate. You can call it IBCR. But you know, in your own variables, when you have any variables you're using, you can call it the name, the particular name you want. You have the next one, Syria 05. What is it after interbank call rate? Is for foreign portfolio investment. You can call it FPI. You can call it FPI. FPI. And then you name it. Then you have Syria 06. What are you going to call it? You call it FDI. FDI. These are Nigerian data. FDI. And then you save it. Then you have GDP. GDP already aligned. Inflation aligned. Treasury bill rate aligned. So the last one is Syria 07. You can see it's oil price. You can just call it oil in our data sets. So just call it oil in our data sets. Oil in our data sets. So doing this, you've actually gotten the variable. So it's easy. You can just close the data set. See the button that you say yes. You can see you have your variables. Your variables, you can see the test variables we have. You can actually compare it with the previous work file we have. Okay. Sorry. Trying to see the other work file. This is the command box. Okay. Yeah. So this is the previous work file. You can see our first work file. This is just the command box. You can actually move it in EViews 14 anywhere you want to move it. So this is the tests, and this is our normal the one we have before. You can compare. You can see this is the way we what's the variables that you're seeing here. So this is the first step you have to do, the importation of your data. It ranges from data cleansing down to this point. If you don't get it, most times it's actually hard for you to run your analysis. So you have to learn. I think you can watch the video and keep watching it for you to get the process of getting these data sets on your EViews. Thank you for listening.